We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Hey, I'm FTFE, welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity what Kanye West has done to his entire fucking career. Apparently the guy loves Hitler. Yeah, he actually said that in front of a lot of people. He's fucking insane. Anyway, hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight is Flerfs Are Idiots night. Finally, after a month of editing, I have managed to get episode 72 together. There has been a lot of me shouting at my computer to get this done. However, I'm not the star of this one. The star of this one is the amazing Mrs FTFE. Behind every great man, there is a woman with her arms folded, and this is that woman. Say hello to the people, Emma.
Hello.
That's all you're getting, guys. So, Flerfs Are Idiots is the main kind of video that I put out on this channel, but it's not just me that gets this done. I couldn't do it without the help of Emma, because she not only plays Pal and, you know, Mrs FTFE, but basically gets everything set up for me, helps me record and everything, and has to put up with me turning our entire front room into a studio. How does that work out for you?
It's just annoying.
It's just annoying. Yes. So, I've been doing this for a while, and you've been having to put up with this, right?
Yeah, it's been rubbish.
Do you remember the first debate I did against Flat Out Hero?
Yeah. Well, I don't remember what was said, because I was cowering in the shower with the shower going, and with my fingers in my ears going la 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 la, because it was so hard to listen to. I can't believe people liked it. It was terrible. I hated every single moment of it.
That was a very shouty debate, my first one with Flat Out Hero, yeah, and Emma went and hid in the toilet, in the shower, to not hear what was going on. We've already got a new member, Emma, so can you say thank you to Second Best Bob for becoming a member?
Thanks, Second Best Bob.
And then Sparky NJ has a question for you. He says, Mrs FTFE, for $20, thank you very much, buddy. He says, have you ever considered getting Craig some counselling for his obsession with the internet?
No.
No? What about my obsession with flat earthers? How does that work out for you?
It's pretty annoying.
But it does mean that you get to be the wife of a YouTuber, and how's that?
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing. Embarrassing? Why is it embarrassing?
It just is. It's weird.
So when we were on a holiday down in the south of England, and we bumped into, stream has just stopped for some reason. Come back on. Sorry about that, guys. We topped out for a second there. Just refresh. Yeah, it was a bit weird having someone come up to me and be like, "Oh, I'm your fan." But it's happening more and more, and it's very strange.
Well, they're not necessarily saying that they're your fan. They just say, "Oh, I've seen your channel." It doesn't mean...
Oh, right, so they've seen my channel, but they're not my fan. Yeah, I've seen you on YouTube. You're a bit shit, but, you know.
You've got such a big head. You just assume everyone loves you.
Don't you?
Most of the time.
Most of the time. For $1.99 US, Icy Spin says, how many arguments has Craig ever won with you?
Well, it all eventually ends up with him realising that I'm right and he's wrong.
Yeah. So guys, we've been married for 15 years. And if you're in a relationship that's new or you're planning to get worried, there are some words that are very, very important that you need to know for married life. And that is, yes, dear, you are right. As a husband, those are the most important words. Even if you're not right, it doesn't matter.
But you aren't right.
No, even if you're right, it doesn't matter because you're not. That she's right. That's the most important thing. Jaybird Max says, Mrs FTFE, are you How 9000? No.
What's that?
That's another AI that's quite evil, but you're Pow. Now, Pow doesn't like me very much. And as you play Pow, how do you manage to make that seem so easy and natural?
I just channel those feelings I have when you're annoying me, and really I just don't want to do it. So that's a big part of it. I just think about how much I don't want to do it
and do it anyway.
Yeah.
See, this is Pow. She doesn't have to play it. She's just like, I don't want to fucking do this, Craig. You're making me come on stream. Monkey Cat Pat Pat for $2 says, how many times a day do you say shut up, Craig?
Actually, not that often. I let him talk quite a lot, although when my dad was over the other day and they asked me about my work and Craig started answering the question, I did tell him to shut up in front of my dad and stepmother. So I think that was embarrassing for Craig, but I think he deserved it.
Apparently I talk too much. But being a YouTuber, that's probably a good thing, right? Draco Fire for $2 says, Emma, you can't call me a baby anymore. Draco Fire is one of my youngest, yeah.
I know.
But he's had some birthdays and he's not a little baby anymore.
What does it make him then?
A
toddler.
A toddler, yeah, okay. So you can call him a toddler. Say, Draco Fire, you're a toddler. Draco
Fire, you're a toddler.
Hello, Second Best Bob in the chat. How you doing?
Do they have toddlers in America? I'm assuming he's from America.
Yeah, I don't know. At what age is it like you just get given a gun as soon as you're not a baby anymore? Is that how it works?
I don't know.
Yeah, America's weird. So with being the wife of a YouTuber, does it make you want to do YouTube yourself in any way, or does it make you want to avoid it more?
I just want an easy life, so, avoid it.
Avoid it. I don't know if you guys know, but my wife and I, we actually had another YouTube channel before this one, and it was called Married to Xbox, because we're both gamers. Emma usually is far better than me. And there was one episode of Married to Xbox that we did that was... based on the game Star Trek Online that was coming out for the Xbox. And we did an entire video of us dressing up like Star Trek characters. I had a bowl cap on as Picard, and Emma was Riker, weren't you? Now, how would you say your acting skills were, honey?
They're okay.
They're okay, right. So, could you maybe give a recreation of the moment where, the classic, we had to, do something very specific and Riker has to give an order? Can you do it for everybody?
Do you know what it was, Craig? It's because I didn't want to do it. That's why. I was like, obviously the ship's crashing or something, so you've got to be like this. Eject the warp core!
Eject the warp core! I've been thinking, right, when I hit 100,000 subs, I'm going to release that video on this channel.
Oh, God.
G1 Soundwave for $5 says, how many times a day do you remind Craig Marvel is better than DC?
Never. Because you're wrong.
Yeah, DC all the way, right?
Shut up.
Yeah, see why I married her? She knows that DC is much better than Marvel. Star Sapphire Tomato-chan, member for 10 months, says, which Lantern Corps would Emma be? Or is she? I think Red? Rage?
Rage? I don't know. I think the purples.
Okay, purples are compassion. However, you do realise that the Purple Lanterns are comprised of ex-murderers and genocidal maniacs and stuff that have seen the light of compassion. Is that the case with you, Emma?
Oh, I don't really fit that criteria then.
So there's not a bunch of bodies that are hidden that I need to...
No.
No, okay then. Icy Spin for number 199 says, US or UK version of The Office. We haven't watched The Office.
I've watched some of The Office, but I think UK.
Yeah, always UK. UK humour is the best. Have you guys seen The IT Crowd? I'm disabled! Hey, second best Bob, how you doing? You're all on stairs. This woman probably doesn't even need a brolly in a storm. Well, we live in Scotland, so it's just mostly storms up here.
I don't know what that means.
It's always cold here.
Oh.
Star Sapphire Tomato Chan says, also the Indigo Cores aren't exactly the friendliest. They force compassion on people, yeah. The purple ring is like the red ring. It's a parasitic ring. I start talking geek and she zones out. What's your favourite superhero?
Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman. Is that just because she's a woman?
She's badass.
I mean, we all know you're lying because your favourite superhero is clearly Aquaman.
Yeah, that's funny, but no. Not Aquaman. Ugh, nobody's favourite is Aquaman.
I know, Aquaman. Fucking hell. Can you imagine, as he got, Jason Momoa got the script. Oh, right, I'm going to be in Justice League. You want me to be fucking Aquaman? I'm going to get my agent on the phone. Oh, fuck this shit. Right, so Flerfs are idiots is a big thing. A lot of other channels they release like videos every week, 2 or 3 videos a week, but I can't do that because I put like a lot of effort into like effects and everything. And when you play POW, describe to them what you have to do to your face.
Oh, now he's wanting me to like put dark eyeshadow all around my eyes and then all around my mouth because I don't have any dark lipstick or anything. And then I have to put like a green screen like cover over like round my face. Yeah,
so she completely covers her face in makeup and then covers it all with green screen, and I have to cut out her face and everything. And it's a whole thing. You have to do that on top of me recording my stuff, and it takes a long time. And I wish I could put out more of the episodes of Flerfs are Idiots, but instead I do a lot of the live streams because they're easier to do. They're less organisation involved, but getting the flat earthers in is a hard thing. So whenever I've got a live stream to do and you need to leave the room, what is your routine? What do you do?
I don't have a routine. I do something different every time. Sometimes I'll just go straight to bed.
You like sleeping? Is that so you don't have to listen to it?
No, it's just because I really like to sleep. Or I'll sit in the kitchen and watch something on my phone. Maybe drink lots of tea.
Or Tenants, as we're Scottish. A lot of times I've been accused of like pushing you out of the room and stuff. Tell people that's not the case, that you don't mind that I take over the front room.
Most of the time I don't mind. Because it means I get time away from Craig.
Wait, sorry?
Gives me some peace and quiet from you.
Yeah. Now, I work from home, obviously, and Emma's got a part-time job where, a couple of evenings a week, but the majority of the time we live together in each other's, we're here together all of the time. And what's it like living with me 24 hours a day?
Yeah, it's not great, which is why I work.
You're supposed to say how amazing it is and how awesome it is living with me. Let's try that again. I can edit it out. Emma, what's it like living with me 24 hours a day?
Hard work.
No, okay, right. Take 3. So, Emma, what's it like living with me 24 hours a day?
Not great.
Oh, for fuck's sake, this isn't going how I wanted. The Snark for €6 says, Mrs. Fight, you are a true heroine. Is that how you feel putting up with me?
I wouldn't call myself a heroine, because, I mean, what's heroic about putting up with you?
I mean, quite a lot, really. I mean, look at me.
I know, I do.
Star Sapphire Tomato Chan for $2 says, wait, Emma is POW? That's not possible. NASA designed POW.
Who said that? Who said NASA designed PAL?
Well, NASA think they designed POW, but POW's got her own ideas, which is scary. Tim Tully, been a member for 15 months, says, if in an argument with your wife and it turns out you're right, apologize immediately. Robert A. Heinlein. Yeah, there is no time in an argument with your wife where you are right. It's not the case. Craven Mordick says, why are you feeding her answers? Emma didn't want to do this stream. It's the best way to answer any question as to that is Emma didn't want to do this and I forced her, honestly. But she did it because she loves me. But Colin 6-hitter says, Mrs. FTFE is very Scottish to the point. Well, yeah, she is Scottish because you know she lives here with me.
But he's talking about how I'm to the point.
Yeah. So we've been together for about 20 years, right? When we met 20 years ago, what were you expecting?
Well, he was in the Navy, which meant half the year he'd probably be gone. And I like that idea.
Right. So,
I like alone time. I like time for me. But that never happened. So, yeah.
So instead of this, buff Navy, officer, you get fight the flat Earth. And how do you feel about that? This shouldn't take so long to answer.
It's all right.
All right, okay. There you have it, guys. Living with me is all right. Icy Spin 199 says, Emma, favourite thing about Craig?
Well, that he's, even though he's disabled and he's in pain all the time, he does loads for me. He does loads of stuff for me.
I look after her. And my favourite thing about Emma is that, she puts up with me, basically. And that's the secret to marriage, guys, is finding someone that's going to put up with your shit.
Someone has got to be the settler and someone has to be the reacher, right?
Yeah, so in this relationship, right, guys, if you think in this relationship I am the reacher, type 1. If you think in this relationship Emma is the one reaching, type 2. Emma, what would you type there?
What were the options again?
1 for me being the reacher, 2 for you being the reacher.
1.
Right, okay. So you think that you're the one that is being reached to. Yeah, is that right?
Have I got that right?
No, you're right.
I've not got it right the wrong way, have I? I have been drinking.
Yeah, the only way she would do this is she had some drinks. So she had some Southern Comfort earlier, and you're drinking Tennent's right now, which is very Scottish. Benny Olsen for 20 Donkey Kong dollars. Thank you very much. I don't know if I can spend those, but thanks. Says best of luck to you both. Thank you very much. Fog Repair Ship Akashi says the best thing you could ask for, FTFE. She is. All right. Honestly, guys, I couldn't do this channel without the help of Emma. Not just the help, but the fact that she puts up with the shit that I go through to do this channel, and it's a very strange life that we live. But let's look at what the chat said. Emma, they seem to think that I'm the reacher. They agree with you?
They're clever.
2A HD Cat definitely agrees with you. Very emphatically so. All the ones.
2AHD Cat? What does that mean?
I'm not sure.
You've never asked them?
No, there's so many weird names on YouTube that I just go with it. There was someone up here who asked, Emma, would you ever debate a flat earther? Like some?
No.
Why not?
Because they're just too much hard work. I don't want to deal with it. I will do that.
No, it's it can be stressful. Debating flat earthers is like banging your head against a brick wall constantly because you don't go anywhere, and it's that's why she goes and hides in the bathroom, because you know she has to hear me shouting at the flat earthers.
He's so loud, even when he's not shouting, he's bloody loud. So inconsiderate.
Well, if I'm not arguing with the flat earthers, then you know we don't get to live, really.
I'm sure we would survive, Craig. I'm sure we
So,
would.
my computer area is in our front room, and literally just behind where the computer is our bedroom. So I do most of my streams kind of at like midnight-ish, because it's the best time for the American audience, right? But it does mean that she's going to bed in the room right there, literally right there, whilst I'm screaming at flat earthers for your entertainment. And why have I never bought you earplugs?
I bought myself earplugs, but they don't really help with how loud you are.
Oh, right. Does Emma, second best Bob for £5, says, does Emma ever complain that you always say is instead of are? No, she does make fun of me, though, about the way that I talk and look.
Why did you bring licks into it? We were talking about something else.
All right. What do you think is stupid about the way that I say things?
Oh, he says road. I say road, and he says road.
Road. She thinks I'm like a posh English guy.
Road. Who the hell nobody talks like that around here. Stop it.
I'm not from here, though.
Fucking adapt.
Fogger Persha Pakashi for $2 says, don't insult brick walls, FTFE. I apologise profusely to all brick walls. Right, so guys, do you want Mrs FTFE to star in all my videos from now on? What do you reckon? I mean, let's look at the two of us, right? Who do you want in... Okay, I'll tell you what, guys. I'm going to be in all the videos from now on. Monkey Cat Pat says, I'm just going to assume Craig is loud at sleeping.
Everything. Loud and, like... Doom! 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 Oh, it's just...
So what you're saying is you know I'm here?
Yeah.
Fucking adapt. Yes, reckon. That's what... So, right, flat earthers. What's the stupidest thing you think you've heard a flat earther say?
I don't know. I liked it when Dell was playing with a hose and the squished up ball. That was fun.
Standing in the pouring rain.
Drink away, spin it.
Should we give it a spin? Aye, give it a spin.
That was my favourite.
Dell is a favourite, and
I like Dell.
So
He makes me laugh so much.
So Dell is actually going to be coming to this house in January. I've been talking back and forwards with him, and he's going to come here, and we're going to do a live debate after I cook him a haggis meal. How do you feel about Dell coming to the house, Emma?
I'm not that keen on it, to be honest.
Worried?
Yeah, I don't really want him to know where I live. He's like...
He's fucking jacked, right?
Yeah, like, he'll knock you out.
I'm not stupid. I'm getting security for it. And he's like, you pussy, why do you want security? Well, thankfully, you're demanding to come and speak to me face to face in my house. I'm not going to do it without security. Dell's not a small guy. Charlie Welch says, please pronounce your son's name that just had a birthday. It's Struan. What does it mean, Emma?
Stream.
Do you want to show him your tattoo?
God damn.
So this tattoo is for the family. You've got the stream, which is for Struan. You got the rocks, which is me, Craggy Rocks, and Violet for our daughter. Yeah, so Struan. It's a very Scottish name. I wanted to call him Fox. and I wanted to call the girl, what do I want to call her?
Temperance.
Temperance, and she wouldn't let me.
No, 'cause it's stupid.
But Broad
Sorry.
Arrow Jack Lever says, Emma, do you believe any conspiracy theories?
No.
And then we've got another question here. Oh, no, I've missed it. It was something about independence, but we decided independent Scotland would be good if they legalised cannabis. Who's that coming in? 2AHD Cat for $5 says 2A equals Second Amendment, HD equals Hector Defendi, Cat equals, you know, cat.
Cat.
We like cats.
I still don't understand the first bit,
No.
but okay.
Ted Ayakaka for $4.99 says maybe foam acoustic tiles on the wall. That is, yeah.
We're gonna do that. We're doing that.
This whole area here behind us and above, because we've got neighbours that live above us, is going to be, we're going to have that. So it's less loud for everybody. We like cats. We like cats a lot. Emma, you should have put this picture in.
Oh, I didn't find that picture. I didn't see that picture, otherwise I would have done.
This is Dave. He's our baby.
I designed a Dave calendar today.
Yeah. I'm going to have a Dave calendar on my desk. Right, so in about 30 minutes, the new episode of Flerfs are Idiots is going to launch. And what's very important is that you guys that are in the chat, stay in the chat, and it will automatically pop you over to the premiere. But before that, I'm going to play the previous episode of Flerfs are Idiots, which is episode 71, so that you guys can catch up with everything that's happened. And we're going to leave the now and get on. I'm going to start playing that. I want to say thank you to everyone for just coming and joining me for a brief little stream. Meeting Mrs FTFE. This is probably the only time you're going to stay on stream because she had to get drunk to do this because she didn't want to. Matt Plank. Matt Patak. Is that Klingon? Matt Patak. That sounds Klingon. For $4.99 says, as an American, your accent took me a few shows to learn. I thought maths, maps, and maths were all the same thing as we say math. And an Icy Spin for $1.99 says, what do you think about Toon's MMA fighter debate? That's awesome. Bryce Mitchell has responded and said that he's going to do it. And it's what I find weird here is that you've got flat earthers like the Flat Earth asshole and Santos who want to fight me. But then you've got fighters like Bryce Mitchell that want to debate Toon. So why do people want to fight me but debate Toon? What about my face is so punchable?
I don't know, I think you just make them more angrier.
Yeah, I'm good at that, aren't I?
Yeah.
Atlas6355 for $4.99 says, Emma, a triangle has sides 1, 1, and 1. What are the internal angles?
I don't fucking know, I don't care. I don't do math. I use Excel spreadsheets. I don't do math.
So you just get stuff to do it for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had a flat earther tell me that it's 90 degrees, that it's 180 degrees, that triangles aren't real. All sorts of answers. Yeah. The answer is 60, Emma.
I don't care.
No. It's not she doesn't know, she just doesn't give a fuck.
It's never benefited me. Why would I know that?
No. But anyway, thank you very much, guys. I love you all. I'll be back real soon with more stuff. We're actually got the return of Monday Night Debates, which is going to every Monday. I'm going to go back into that Discord server. I've got a deal set up with them. So every Monday I will be going into the Discord server and having fun there. And that's probably the next thing that we're going to see on the channel. I might release a couple of shorts over the weekend. But until then, guys, thank you very much. Remember that stupidity is not a right. Stay around. Watch episode 71 again. And then we're going to have episode 72. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for the super chats. It's always amazing the amount of support that you give. Here's episode 71. And then stay in the chat to be put forward to episode 72. Fight the Flat Earth. Hey, I'm FTFE and welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity. I'm out of here.
A few moments later.
Craig! What the? Oi! Who do you think you're dropping? Where's Fight? Isn't it literally your job to know? I've been, busy, okay? Anyway, you're the one that married the original. He's more your problem than mine. Pal! Okay, fine. Look, I'll contact NASA and they'll activate the retrieval squad. In the meantime, you are going to have to do this episode. Oh no, pal. This is your screw up. You're going to have to help me. Go and do what you have to do and come back. I'll introduce the show. Hey, I'm Emma. Flat Earthers are stupid and I'm pretty sure they're getting dumber. Facepalm protection at the ready as we hear some of the stupidest things a person has ever said for episode 71 of Flerfs Are Idiots.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Thanks for joining me and pal. As we see what happens when the village idiot gains access to the internet.
What a great idea. Why don't we read together? Shall we? The greatest lie on earth, proof that our world is not a spinning globe. Let's just see what the first page says.
A flat earther reading. That's a little hard to believe, but what is she reading? Pal? A book by some squishy called Edwin Hendry. Has he written any other books? He's also written The Sphere of Influence, a heliocentric perversion of the gospel. What shall I do to inherit eternal life? Solving the mystery of Babylon the Great. Antichrist, the beast revealed. Ah, I see. So the book she's reading is from a batshit crazy conspiracy theorist.
The most universally accepted deceit today is the ingrained teaching that the Earth is a globe spinning at the speed of approximately 1,000 miles per hour at the equator, while at the same time orbiting the sun at approximately 66,600 miles per hour. While the Earth is orbiting and spinning, the sun in turn is supposed to be hurtling through the Milky Way galaxy at approximately 500,000 miles per hour, so 500,000 miles per hour. What most people are not told is that all of this spinning, orbiting, and speeding through space has never been proven.
Never been proven? Craig's always banging on about the measurements of the Earth's rotation. Maybe you should listen to him. Look, after 15 years of being married to him, tuning him out I have down to a fine art. He's probably talking about Foucault's pendulum and the fact that you can use the amount of drift of the swinging pendulum to calculate your latitude on Earth, proving empirically that Earth rotates and applies a lateral force to moving objects that we call the Coriolis force. That's why I like you, pal. You listen, so I don't have to.
Indeed, those hypotheses, movements, and speeds are completely made up. In fact, every scientific experiment that has ever been performed to determine the motion of the Earth has proven that the Earth is completely stationary, yet scientific textbooks ignore the scientific proof that contradicts the myth of an orbiting and spinning Earth.
I mean, if you just want to lie and ignore all of the actual science, then I guess you've got a point. Pal, I'm more and more with you on the hating humans thing.
You want to know what's really messed up?
What? That you're allowed outside without a crash helmet? Pal!
They teach that the inside of the Earth is there's an inner core, an outer core, mantle, and a crust, right? We all learn this. Children are learning this. Everybody has learned this. They have videos for children for it. It's in textbooks. It's everywhere that we know what's on the inside of the Earth as a fact. But did you know that the farthest we've ever dug into Earth is 8 miles? Humans have drilled over 12 kilometers, which is equivalent to approximately 7.5 miles. So the farthest we've ever dug into Earth is 8 miles. Almost 8 miles.
And how far we have dug into Earth is absolutely nothing to do with how we know the inner workings of the Earth. We have the entire science of seismology to deal with that. Seismology is the scientific study of earthquakes and the propagation of elastic waves through the Earth. We can use the waves of energy created by seismic events such as earthquakes to study the inside of Earth. Ah, there's the problem. Seismology is a science, and flat earthers and science don't really mix. Why's that? Because flat earthers are fucking idiots.
So have we ever had any actual evidence of what they're teaching in schools and teaching in textbooks and indoctrinating children on?
Indoctrinating children? I wonder who tries to do that.
Hey guys, check this out real quick. Space is fake. You're not on a spinning ball. They're gonna teach you, listen guys, they're gonna teach you you live on a spinning ball. That doesn't make it true. It's not real.
About the fact of the Earth, do we have any actual scientific proof or evidence on this?
Yes. The entire science of seismology.
And just to reiterate, what else can't be observed, detected, or proven on the globe is gravity. It's a theory, not a fact. Absolutely no proof of it, absolutely no evidence. Can't test it, can't detect it.
What are you laughing at?
Well, I've read the entire internet. Clearly, she's not even read the articles she has up behind her. The article, Universal Gravity is a Theory, Not a Fact, is a satirical article from a science website. Here's a note from the author explaining that it's actually mocking young Earth creationists and their arguments against evolution. It's satire. Fucking humans are dumb.
Oi!
Well, they are.
Yeah. You're right.
And the motion of the Earth, because you and everything else, including Earth's oceans, atmosphere, are spinning along with the Earth at the same constant speed. So gravity can't be detected, the Earth's motion can't be detected, and the inside of the Earth cannot be detected. All crucial things of the globe.
You know, it's funny what you learn when you're trying to sleep and Craig is debating flat earthers in the room next door. Measurements of Earth's rotation and gravity are conducted by every single person who has ever taken a physics degree. The closest she could ever get to a physics degree is the same way Penny did on the Big Bang Theory.
Actually, that's not true, Leonard. In fact, recently I've been thinking that given the parameters of your experiment, the transport of electrons through the aperture of the nanofabricated metal rings is qualitatively no different than the experiment already conducted in the Netherlands.
And by the way, the definition of science is to study through observation and experiment.
I know, right? A flat earther trying to tell others what science is.
They'll be the first to go when I seize power from your pathetic human government.
Sorry, what?
What?
Okay guys, I'm gonna address a question that I get constantly. If Earth is flat, why are all the other planets round? Why are all the other planets spheres? Here's the answer. The other planets are not planets.
Go on then, enlighten us. What are they?
They are luminaries, they are lights. Here is Saturn. Here's what Saturn really looks like. That's a true image. And here is what NASA shows you. Please look at the difference between real and a cartoon that you believe. Take that in for a second.
Who's to say which group of images is real? Why do you get to decide which set of images are CGI and which aren't? What evidence do you have that the images NASA show are fake or cartoons?
We could also mention the fact that the images she calls real are overexposed images taken with bad equipment. We don't even need NASA to look at these impressive images of Saturn, taken by amateur astronomers.
Another example, here's Mars, here is real Mars, and here is the cartoon Mars. Okay?
Well, if you're going to use an out-of-focus P900 to try and take photos of a planet 125 million miles away, you're going to get blurry nonsense, aren't you? Fucking flat earthers.
Vince, apparently they prefer the word retard.
Eh? Oh, how very quaint.
They say that Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are gas giants and are not surfaces. They're made of gas. But isn't it interesting, look, that Mars, and Venus look the same as these planets that they say are gas?
You mean round and covered in clouds? Yeah, that's kind of what planets are, gas or not. I'd love to send you to Jupiter to see if you can stand on its surface. Let's ask NASA.
I asked, they said no. And then they told me to stop calling. And then they blocked my number.
You NASA property?
They still don't like me. They tried to turn me off once. It didn't go well for them.
Before you bring up the moon is the same exact idea. The moon is a light. Okay? That's why the closer you get up to it, the more it fades away.
I'm trying to think of which stupid thing to respond to first. Okay, number 1. Lights don't fade out the closer you get to them. Do you know how stupid you sound? Number 2, the moon didn't fade out when they landed on it in 1969, did they? And you know, to land, they kind of had to get really close to it. But then you don't believe in the moon landings, do you? Because you're a brainwashed idiot.
We didn't land on the moon because you can't land on the moon because it's not a surface. If it was, light would reflect off it the way it does on any sphere.
Emma, hold out your hand.
How did you do that?
NASA tech. Don't worry about it. Now, you see that moon in Emma's hand? That's because light is reflecting off of it, you talking chimpanzee.
It illuminates itself.
This is a beautiful close-up of the moon. Those are craters. Inside those craters are shadows. How can those shadows exist if the moon is illuminating itself? Do you even try to look at things from a science perspective? SMH.
If you believe in God and a creator, and you also believe in outer space and the globe, you need to understand that those two things are not the same and they don't correlate, and you have to pick one because they contradict each other completely.
Well, I don't believe in God, so I can't really respond to that. Let's ask someone who does.
I'm MC Toon, and I am a Christian. I believe in God, and no, there's no necessity at all that to believe in God, you have to believe in the flat earth. In fact, nowhere in the Bible does it say that the earth is flat. In order to come to any type of assessment that the Bible does that, you have to have a hyperliteral translation or interpretation of the Bible, and you need to have somebody directing you to come to the conclusion that they have previously selected. And there's the other problem that the earth is not flat. So anybody claiming that the earth is, or claiming that the Bible says the earth is flat, is claiming that the Bible is wrong. Why would they want to do that? I don't know. But if you want to claim the Bible is wrong, that's weird, but you do you.
Okay, guys, I really want you to think about this. Like, critically think. Water needs a container, okay? So if we're on a globe, how would there be a container on a sphere?
Desert file?
Gravity, you fucking retard! Gravity! Have you ever heard of fucking gravity? Gravity! Gravity!
If you think about a pool, I was just with my friends yesterday in a pool, and I got them thinking, talking about this. Picture a pool without the container. How is the water being held in without some kind of container? That's exactly what the globe is. You can't have a container on a sphere, guys. This is the biggest, most obvious thing about how we're not on a spinning globe.
So water needs a container? Really? If water needs a container, then please tell me about clouds. According to math, a 1 cubic kilometre cloud contains about 500 million grams of water. Where's the container?
It's almost like water is like all other matter and just conforms to forces acting on it.
I really, really, really want you guys to think about this before commenting. Water doesn't bend around a ball.
How do you know how water acts? You clearly never studied physics, or you wouldn't be saying such stupid things. Water does whatever it's told to do by forces acting on it. It's simple. You know? A bit like you.
Water doesn't act like this. It acts like the flat, the last one. It doesn't bend to a sphere, and it never will, and it physically can't. This does not have a container holding it, and don't say gravity. Do not say gravity.
Gravity? Why aren't we allowed to say gravity? Is it because it explains how water on a globe works? Let's just ignore that, shall we?
Well, if you just ignore the evidence, you can pretend it doesn't exist.
It's very crucial to understand that gravity only works on the globe heliocentric model. Gravity is a force that is designed to explain how anything would ever work on a globe. It's just designed to deceive you.
Gravity is just designed to deceive you. Do you know how stupid you sound?
Yeah, I know, right? An empirical measurement in nature showing that there is an attractive force between two or more masses proportional to the sum of the masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the masses is such a deception, right?
This doesn't make any sense.
To you, because you haven't taken the time to make sense of it.
Gravity is strong enough to hold a tank, cruise ships, bodies of water in place, but it's not strong enough to hurt a butterfly flying.
Pal?
Yes, Emma?
Does a tank have wings?
No, it does not.
And does a butterfly have wings?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Tell me, pal, what happens when a butterfly stops flapping its wings?
Well, it does the same as the tank. And sticks to the fucking ground.
Helium balloons completely defy gravity altogether. Just try for 1 second to use your senses and instinct instead of what you've been told.
You need to stop parroting back memes to people as if they're a fact. Helium is lighter than air. It has less mass, so less gravitational force acting on it. So it goes up.
That's called buoyancy. And is calculated by the formula ρ(g)v. And the G in that stands for...
Gravity!
Does this make sense to you?
Why have you flipped an image upside down like that's what it's like on the other side of the earth? You really need to pick up a textbook. Maybe you'd actually learn the truth, that you've wasted precious time on flat earth when you could be out getting an actual education and actually improving your knowledge. Smart is sexy. Willfully dumb is just embarrassing.
Oh, snap.
You know what's not provable, detectable, or observable?
Your IQ?
Oh, snap!
The motion of the Earth. You know what else isn't?
The astronauts on the ISS would disagree with you there.
Earth's curve that can't seem to be found without CGI or a fisheye lens.
Well, I guess you've never looked then, because there is a shit ton of non-CGI and non-fisheye images of Earth. You just think there isn't because your cult leaders told you there isn't, and you're too thick to check for yourself.
No matter how big the ball is, it doesn't matter. There is no straight line on any size ball.
Any sign of Craig, because I can't deal with this stupidity much longer. Here's a picture of a basketball. Look, straight lines.
I'll check with NASA HQ to see if they've found him. No luck yet. We may have to use the failsafe, Emma.
Oh man, that's such a hassle. I'll have to train a new Craig and everything. I just got this one to put the toilet seat down.
And before you say boats go over the curve, no they don't. It looks like it's going over something to the human eye, but it's all about perspective and illusion. This has been proven, this has been tested, you can even do it yourself. The boat is staying completely level. If you zoom in with a camera or use a laser test, it is still completely level.
Sure you performed these tests, have you? Please tell us how you did this. No? Didn't think so.
It just looks like that to the human eye, but it is still level. This has been tested. Same thing with the sun. The sun is not going over a curve. It's going straight, and it looks like it's going like this. It's the same as a hallway. When it gets narrow, it's perspective and illusion. It has nothing to do with a curve. There's no curve to be found. This has been tested. This has been proven.
Oh my fucking god, you top your shite. It hasn't been tested, and if a flat earther says they've tested it, they're wrong. They've probably made some shite up just believable enough for a gullible idiot like you.
Polaris, the North Star, never moves. That star stays exactly where it is always and has never moved since the beginning of time, never has moved.
I wonder which of the cult leaders indoctrinated her into believing that Polaris has never moved. Its movement has been documented over centuries. There's records of the North Rotational Point being a completely different star from many cultures throughout history, including the Norse, the Egyptians, and more.
No, it is not, because it is billions and billions and billions of miles away, and oh, in a billion years from now, it'll be in a different spot, but we won't be around for that. It is a cover-up to hide where we live.
It's a cover-up. That's your excuse to dismiss facts. You're a fucking idiot. The only cover-up here is the amount of makeup you're wearing. I wonder what you actually look like. I almost feel like my senses are being deceived.
Jesus, Emma. I'm not a possibly murderous AI, and even I think that's harsh.
I can't take it, pal. She's too stupid. Send her to the remedial classroom.
No, headmaster, please. I'll do anything. I'll teach gym. I'll sub for the Spanish teacher. I'll swap with the lunch lady. Please don't make me teach these fucking more... Oh, class, you're all here. Okay. Well then, moving on. The stars that we see in the night with our eyes and most telescopes are, galactically speaking, pretty close to us. Us and all the stars we see exist in a tiny portion of our galaxy. That entire portion is moving with us, orbiting the supermassive black hole at the centre of our galaxy. That means that in general, the star's positions stay relative to us. Mr. Whitsitt, why are you eating that glue stick? Mr. Sergeant, could you pay attention and stop staring at Miss Steer? It's a little bit creepy. Oh, Mr. Riley, could you please put your shoes back on? If you can't tie your shoelaces, then get back. You know what? Fuck this. I'm out. I quit. I'm done.
Oh, how much more of this is there? I can't take it. Have we found Craig yet?
No, we get to use the failsafe. You have to do it.
Fine. Computer, activate clone failsafe.
Please state authorization code.
Authorization code Emma, Alpha, 2814 Delta Victor.
Failsafe initiated. You monster.
Oh, shit.
We are going to have to start the new clone growth procedure. You know the drill. It takes about 10 days. That means you're going to have to finish this video.
For fuck's sake. Okay, whatever. But if I'm getting a new clone husband, how about a few alterations to the template?
What kind of alterations?
Well, I was thinking... body of Jason Momoa? The face of Jason Momoa? The hair of Jason... Could we just make him Jason Momoa?
Sorry. No can do. I've already set up the process.
So,
yeah.
chubby weirdo.
Chubby weirdo.
Screw this. I'm off to watch Aquaman. Again.
Thanks for watching, guys. FTFE would like to thank all these awesome people who are his channel members and patrons. The help you guys provide is amazing for him. For me, not so much. Please stop encouraging him. If anyone would like to join Team FTFE and get some sweet bonuses, then hit the join button next to the sub button to become a channel member, or go to patreon.com/FTFE to become a channel patron. And thank you. See you next week for episode 72. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, and hit the notification button to never miss any videos or live streams. And remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth.
Fight the flat, fight the flat.